You know,
Hi.
we can see all your comments. Y'all talking trash about us always being late. Oh, I see how it is.
That's so funny.
Y'all are funny. Funny.
Hi, guys.
How you guys doing? What is up, everybody? If you're joining us after the live broadcast, make sure you comment down below. We will go through and try to answer as many questions as we can as we sit up late and, do our thing. So, even if it's a comment, a question, can we slide over?
Yeah.
We can do this. Even if it's a question after the live stream, we can try to do our best to get to it.
Hi, guys.
What's up, Pam? What do you guys think? Do you like the art?
Isn't it so cool looking?
This is a lot of art that people have sent us, and then I put up the man lights. We're not calling them fairy lights; they're man lights. So.
No, we'll be doing YouNow for you guys too.
Yeah, we will be going on YouNow
we'll have
to hang
take
out.
A break in between.
So expect us probably we're gonna try to do 1 hour on here, no more than 1 hour, and then a little less. I don't know if we can, but we'll get on YouNow probably 9:30. Yeah. So how does that sound? Does that sound good, guys? Okay, we have a ton. Let me grab a phone here.
Oh yeah, I don't even have my phone.
We have a ton of questions. Well, I can pull up the YouTube questions if you want, or Facebook, whatever you prefer. We have questions on Facebook. We have them on YouTube. We have them on Instagram. So, holy cow, Melanie Singh in the live chat.
Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you so much. We love you too, Melanie. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad you're feeling better.
Yep, I'm just glad that you're...
You may have to go help her.
See if she calms down on her own. Isaiah was making popcorn for Abby. Hello, Anders Johansson. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. You are awesome.
Thank you guys.
Are so awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up.
He's coming. He's downstairs making popcorn for Abby.
The title is Autism Parents. We're actually gonna retitle this for when it comes back up for the live stream. We're gonna retitle this so that it says Autism Family, because we're gonna do a hot seat. So basically, whoever's sitting, I guess, in whichever chair. You guys can direct the questions towards whoever's in the hot seat. That way, because we have a lot of questions for Isaiah. We've had some for you, some for me. Of course, some for Abigail. We'll do our best to answer those, those Abigail questions as well. Or if it's, a food question, she can handle that.
Yeah.
What she wants to do.
We are not putting any names on the couch tonight. We're going to do a separate live stream for that. We are going to do an earlier live stream so that our international folks can join us.
Right.
And we'll do the names then.
Right. Okay.
Thank you, Carol.
Where do you want to pull from?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, here is.
We have them from everywhere.
There's YouTube.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to start asking you questions.
Okay, these questions for me.
Have you ever had a confrontation with someone in public for being overly rude towards Abby? That's from Lyndon Hatton.
Yeah, we actually did a video on that. And it honestly, it was just one time. Priscilla's had that confrontation a couple times where one lady she was so rude.
Yeah.
One lady at a bar restaurant. She was sitting in the bar. We were in the restaurant part, but right next to each other. And she was probably drinking.
Yeah.
But Abigail yelled like she does. And the lady yelled out, she's like, "What the?" And expletive. And Priscilla turns around, and my favorite is Priscilla's mom's face because she turns around and she does one of these. She has autism. Talks like so. Priscilla's had to do that a couple of times. I had one in particular where Abigail was having a meltdown at the flea market back over a year ago when Isaiah bought his first camera, and we were walking around the guy in the food court area at the flea market. Don't buy food at the flea market, FYI. Just side note. We were walking around him, and he's watching her like this, and then we come around the other side, and he's watching her like this, and just staring hardcore. So, I had to say something to him then. I believe my statement was something along the lines of, keep staring. It'll cure her autism. I don't know. It was something like that. I don't even remember what it said. If you watch the video, it was fresh then. So.
Okay. So this one says, this is from Courtney Sanchez. This is none of my business, so you don't have to answer. But if you want...
Oh, I love that when they start like that.
Yeah. But if you want to, I'm sure we'd all like to find out if the respite worker went to jail for what she did to Abby.
No. So she will never work in the field again. She will never be able to be a respite or caregiver for anyone again, because that is on her record. But it's neglect. It's not abuse. It's
Right.
It's not criminal. There is criminal neglect. It was not criminal neglect. So
Y'all good?
Yeah.
Here's the kiddos.
She okay?
A little bit of excitement now. Yeah, she's all right.
You didn't get a bowl, huh?
He's such a guy.
Just brought the bag with him, the greasy bag.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Can you help her?
Yeah.
Thanks. And then it says, "Oh yeah, by the way, I found a vlog where Asa was in pajamas. I was so excited. Now I'm on the lookout for more. I'm not sure how to take that.
That's super weird." Okay.
Because there was the no pajama rule. For
Mom had the no pajama rule.
Yeah.
Mom's been in the vlog a couple of times in pajamas.
Here.
Always with permission.
Always with permission.
No,
I don't look good in that.
Not
Delete the whole
really.
part.
Not real permission.
Aw, Priscilla, the super mom. Y'all are so sweet. Okay. How would you tell other parents about autism if they refuse to accept it's real? I'm diagnosed, my family knows, but they won't accept it. Scorpion's fake autism.
I think sharing as much information, so one of the things is like depending on your age, right? So if you're older and your parents have been around you for a long time, then you're just you. They don't see it. They don't see you as anybody but you. So when you come up with a diagnosis, like we got Abigail diagnosed when she was very young, and one thing we had to remind ourselves was that she's still the same girl, regardless if she has a diagnosis on paper or not.
Right.
And I think so. That's probably the hard part for them is they're still seeing you as you, regardless if you have a diagnosis or not. Nothing has changed on their end of things. So keep that in mind. So it's probably hard for them to cope with that. But I think sharing as much information about autism with them as you can, sneak it in, I guess, if you have to. I don't know how you would present that. Share our videos with them. They may see some similarities there. Some topics that we discuss may ring true with them. So that would be my tip. Oh, thank you so much, Tina Marie.
Abigail is terrible at eating popcorn. She just crunches it.
She says, outstanding family, you all... Oh, I can't see it. Scroll up.
Says you all are super motivating. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What's up, kid? No, we're not. You're having popcorn right now. Can you show me popcorn? Come here. Okay,
There she goes. She'll be in and out, guys.
She's running. She's running. Wow, Erica.
Thank you, Haley.
Thank you so much for the super chat and glad that you're back. Congratulations on the military training. No YouTube.
Wow.
What kind of world do we live in where a military can't watch YouTube?
Okay, we have so many
They
questions.
didn't even have
you guys.
YouTube when I was in the Coast Guard.
You're so old. It's crazy. No, I didn't mean you know what I mean.
I got you.
I can't imagine an older time, I guess, because I didn't exist in it.
What was the rudest and kindest reaction you've had in public in regard to Abby? That question is from Liz. I got to answer that one because so the first one I said was the rudest one.
Teenage girl drama, you guys.
The one that Priscilla had was the rudest one by far. The kindest one, and I say this, I don't know if it's the kindest one, but it's the most memorable one. So this guy was staring at us in a restaurant, and he just kept looking and looking and looking, and I was.
Don't forget they can all see you guys, okay?
Yeah.
So you know.
Don't forget about the Disney one, Dad.
Don't be picking your nose or then eating popcorn or anything. So
I don't care.
The guy kept turning around and looking at us, and I was like on the verge of saying something because it was starting to bother us, and Priscilla noticed it and mentioned it, and it started to get on my nerves a little bit. And we got up, like, you know what? I'm just gonna let it go. We got up to leave, and the guy stopped us on the way out. We walked past his booth at the restaurant, and he said, "Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but does she have autism?" And we said, "Yes, she does." And he said, "You guys are doing a great job."
Yeah.
And we both cried.
Yeah.
And it was, just because we assume.
Sorry for you guys who have headphones in. It's loud here.
Headphone warning, like in general, for the whole video.
This should be all our videos.
Yeah.
This is autism in the raw. That's what our video should be.
So that was probably the kindest one that we've ever had.
Yeah, I would say so. Quinn wants to know, does Abby ever have police involved because of her behavior? No. She's never, she's 13. We're always with her. We've never had police involved.
So a few videos back, we had a meltdown when you guys weren't here. I was here by myself with Abby, and I had the back door open because I was filling up her pool, her kiddie pool. I was airing it up so we could put shaving cream in it. It was back that vlog, and I thought the cops were gonna be called because she was so loud. In the back door, I left the back door open because I ran in to get her, trying to help her calm down. I thought the cops were gonna get called. I was waiting for them to knock on the door, but no.
Thank you guys so much.
Fly Girl E4, thank you so much for the super chat. And Andrew Humans, thank you so much. Join your Patreon today. I saw that, Andrew. That's awesome. Andrew is one of our top tier patrons. Welcome to Patreon. I hope you enjoy it. Lauren X, thank you so much for the super chat.
Okay. Rob Haynes asks, hey guys, quick question. How have you been finding it? How have you been finding it after closing the shop? Tighter with money, etc.
Yes and no. It's we have less available cash because everything is payment based. We get paid on certain days, so that's weird because we haven't done that for 8 years. Mm-hmm. Used to be we'd have cash coming in every day because we had a cash register, and that's how businesses work. So the available cash flow is certainly different, but no, at the same time, I think
right.
Everything's fine.
Yep, we're doing great.
Fine. We're just like every other working person. We have, stresses, and we have money issues, and we, have credit card bills and car payments, and we stress about broken down cars and all that kind of stuff.
We definitely have stressed less since
way less stress
being on YouTube.
And that's because way less bills too. We don't have, you guys had to figure, we had 2 electric bills, we had 2 rents, we had employees, payroll. We had to do payroll every week,
taxes.
Yes, it's fees, city fees. Holy cow!
We don't have any
state
of that
fees,
anymore.
all that garbage. So it's definitely really less stress. Yeah. Everything pops up on our phone. Hey, pay your phone bill. Okay, it's so much easier now.
I'm gonna tell you, our landlords that y'all are running a business out of the house though, and that's gonna you're gonna get in trouble for that. Just letting you know.
That's totally legal. It's called a home-based business, huh? Okay, Jacqueline Coast, thank you so much for the super chat. Just want to pop in and say hi. Hi, Jacqueline. Thanks for popping in. And Katie Shiflett, thank you so much for the super chat.
Someone asked, I forgot, I didn't get your name, but they wanted to know if we would have more kids. No. We have 2.
I saw that one in the...
Yeah, we've had it on here, and we just had it up here.
Right.
So whoever asked that question, the answer is no. We have a 16-year-old and we have a 13-year-old. So we're done. We're done having kids. We have a boy and a girl, and we're good.
We plan on having 3. We plan on having 3, and when we had Abigail, and we spent so much time with trying to figure out why she wasn't developing at a normal rate, and then the diagnosis, and then trying to tackle that. That for a lot of parents, you can ask anybody, autism becomes like a project, and she was our project for a lot of years. So our focus went there, and then it just got to the point where both of the kids are too old. We're not having another kid. I couldn't stomach starting over.
Oh my God.
Cassie, thank you so much for the super chat. Just want to say, hey, y'all are an amazing family. Hey, Cassie, we think you guys have an amazing family as well.
Yes.
Cassie's one of our local local moss
We have
squatters.
not gotten a sofa yet. No, we have car issues we're dealing with. That's why that's why we said like we're doing fine with money, but at the same time, now we need to buy a car and we need to buy a couch.
Yeah, it's just like anybody else.
So-
It's like,
We're no David Dobrik.
are we buying a
Can't go out and
car?
buy a Tesla.
Are we buying a car? Are we making a car payment? Are we fixing our car? Like,
Yeah.
you know, we don't
just have to make
we have lots
decisions.
of choices to make. So.
Alyssa Ann says, "Does Abby?"
I'm so sorry. That was super loud.
We got this guy back here. He's like all over the place.
Let's not act like Abby's way more loud. than
Does
she is.
Abby know that she is on YouTube, and how does she feel about it? I don't really know.
Abby would have to have the concept of YouTube, first
Right.
of all, like the concept of the internet, and that the videos go out to the world, and she would have to first be able to understand that. Yes, dear.
I think she knows that
We're
she's
not
on
doing
video and like
cookies.
there's something different, you know, because
You have popcorn. Your
we're
brother
always
brought
at
some.
home and there's all this going
Popcorn's
on.
right there.
You know, it's a definite change of.
Yeah, I mean, she
Oh,
definitely
whoa.
knows. She definitely knows somewhat of what's going on. Okay, if you ask, we've had videos on this before, guys. If you ask about her personal lady issues, I will block you. It's just rude. You wouldn't ask your sister about that. You wouldn't ask a random person about that. So don't ask us. We've had a lengthy video on it. You know, I've put this out there before. I actually had parents contact me because they had specific questions about it, because they have a daughter, and that's totally fine. And I'm going to write a book as I'm writing back to them. I got no problem with it. But just a generic, like, just because you're curious, it's rude. Just so you know. It's going to be the new title of the video. Rude.
We do
Dad
make
triggered. Ask rude questions. Thank you, Dejan, for the super chat.
We do make a living off of YouTube. Yes, this is what we do for a living.
Mhm.
And it's not just YouTube. We have YouTube. We have YouNow. We have Patreon. We get sponsorship videos. I do Lipstick Mama
merch.
and we sell merch. So we have a lot of different ways that we make money.
And I sell my photos. And what's the point in shit? Abigail sells her awesome artwork.
Thank you, Rob Ponton, so much for the super chat. Problem solved right there. Rob just solved it for 2, whatever those are, pounds, euros. Sell car, take back seats out, and use them as sofa.
Okay.
Boom. Problem solved.
I don't
Tips
know
for
that they would take
parents.
the.
Tips for parents of a recently diagnosed 2-year-old. Just take it one day at a time. Drink lots of wine after they go to bed. No, I'm just kidding.
Abby laughed at that.
Can you give her some popcorn?
Yes, it is, Neil. It is getting filled. YouTube pays high vloggers. Well,
Trying to see. Wait, we're
yeah, I
not
know.
finished
I'm
talking.
reading through the specifics. Certainly help with that, because there's, I mean, gosh,
It depends on what you're dealing with.
yeah,
Like,
you're
are you
high
having a hard
functioning,
time?
low functioning therapies,
Well, and are you having a hard time
verbal,
with the
nonverbal,
diagnosis?
right?
Are you okay? Like, have you accepted that? Like, it's going to be a process, and it's a grieving process, just like if somebody dies. That's just how it is. So it just depends where you're at in that, where you're at in your diagnosis,
Yeah.
really.
Thank you, Jessica, so much for the super chat. Hello, love your channel. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Emily says, please explain your case with the school. I've asked multiple times, never gotten even a comment on it. Emily, I know you're seeing the same chat that we are, and I apologize, but it flies by. It's hard to keep up. We've actually talked about the case with the school on several occasions, but it's
No, you're not getting.
there's some things we just can't talk about because of the case. But we basically sued the school district because she wasn't receiving FAPE, which is a free and appropriate public education. And our case was proven that we were right and that she wasn't. And now she goes to Jacksonville School for Autism. And so that's how that turned out. Basically each kid has, there's a cost of education for every student, whether it be special needs or not. They basically look at, okay, this is the dollar amount that she's, what her education is worth and what the parents did not receive in that education. So or what the child did not receive rather. So we're going to compensate that child for that amount, and then you can take that money and go elsewhere. So that's basically how it works. It wasn't like it actually cost them more to allow it to go to court than it would have if they would have just settled out of court. And it was a mess. Let me tell you, Mike. Thank you so much from Mary, Mike, and Matthew. Appreciate it, guys. And we got y'all's names on the couch because I recognize that Dodge logo.
I can't scroll up over
Logo
here.
Moss Squad Stalker.
I don't understand.
Thank you, Cassie.
Click the top of the screen.
It's just
gray bar.
Slow.
It's super slow on the computer. You're better off on the phone.
Okay.
It has a hard time keeping up with that
Can you
much.
grab my phone? It's
Oh,
on the
thank you,
charger
the
in my
Vintage Dreamer. Thank
bedroom.
you for the super chat. It does look beautiful. It's turning out really good. I love getting art from you guys. We can hang stuff up. Thank you, for the super chat, Miss Amanda Lynn. Priscilla's favorite place to buy clothes?
Lane Bryant.
Lane Bryant.
Lane Bryant and Catherine's. I shop at both of those places. We are going to be adding more names. We're going to try for Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That's our goal. So
Our goal
Isaiah
is
has
Saturday.
football Saturday morning. They have like a pre-season game. And then Saturday afternoon, he's going shopping with my mom for school clothes. So we're going to try to do it in between there. So Abby is 13. So let's see. Abby's 13, Isaiah's 16. I'm 37, Ace is 36.
That's right. I'm 36.
Young man.
Why are you not on YouNow? Because we're here. We're doing a YouTube live.
Yep. Did somebody say that we don't work? How rude.
Did they?
You have no idea how much I work.
Oh my gosh.
Madeline, thank you so much for the super chat. Abby is very loved by us, by you guys, by everybody. She's we tell her all the time she's famous. Our little famous girl.
Yeah.
When school starts next week, Aries. Cougar. Someone called you a cougar.
Yeah, by 6 months.
Teresa called you a cougar. That's so funny. What other questions you got, man?
Okay. Will you do behind the scenes video and how to make a living off of YouTube video? So behind the scenes is always shown on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Will you do a video on how to make a living off YouTube?
Yeah, so Patreon is kind of like behind the scenes, kind of like a preview type. Like I showed them this thing today that I was working on. How we make money off of YouTube. I plan on doing an Instagram TV video on that. That was my initial plan. I may still do that. I don't know. We'll see. I got no problem telling you guys how you make money on YouTube because the information is readily available. That's how I learned how to do it. I learned about Patreon. I learned about affiliate marketing. I learned about merch. I learned about how to do all these different things, how to get sponsors and all the things that we create income on the internet. I learned it all off of YouTube. So I got no problem sharing it. It's not very exciting content. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It's just, it's pretty much what we work at every single day when we work.
How does bathing work? So right now, that is what ABA is helping with. And I can tell you that Abby is able to bathe herself with verbal commands. So we can't just tell her, go get in the shower, go get in the bathtub. Like that wouldn't work. So, but she's making progress.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how bathing works. The money that people are donating is just like a tip.
Yeah.
And they want a super chat, and so they're tipping us.
It's like a tip jar, and it pretty much, it guarantees that we're going to see their question, comment, or sometimes they they just put a dollar amount and don't say anything.
So we missed one though.
Who'd I miss?
Jeez. Right there.
Nope, I got that one.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I didn't hear
Madeline said she was loved, and
Okay.
she is.
Heidi, again, like that is not our expertise. She said, how do you explain to a child with autism about death, that is not a conversation we would have to have with Abigail.
Yeah.
And I
It's
don't
not
want you to
something we've
think
ever
that-
considered.
I don't want you to think that we don't think that Abigail's intelligent, because obviously she's very intelligent.
Yeah.
But those are not things that she would, those are not things that she would need to know about.
Well, and I think, like, you know, if one of us were to die, she would miss us. She would miss us not being here. I don't know that she would grasp the concept of death.
Right.
She fully understands us not being here, and she may or may not. I don't know. She can't communicate whether she does or not.
Right.
So we don't know. How to explain it? Again, we are experts at being Abigail's parents in this current moment.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the only thing we're experts at. We are experts at being Abigail's parents in the past. We are rookies at being Abigail's parents in the future, and we are rookies at anything else. I mean, we're learning, you know, Abigail changes day by day, so we're just, you know, like I said, we're beginners. We don't know what we're doing. We're just winging it, and then we put everything on YouTube. We don't know if we're getting a new car yet. We don't really know what the plan
We've
is.
been answering questions from both, Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you going?
I am on Facebook.
Okay, I'm on YouTube.
Okay.
There are moments when my son is having a meltdown and it seems like it will never end. Before I know it, I'm breaking down crying. How do you guys cope when the meltdowns get intense? Can you give me advice on how to help my son? It breaks my heart. So I cry sometimes when Abby has meltdowns just because it's so hard to watch our kids struggle. And that would be typical or autistic. It doesn't matter. You know, I just try to remember that I need to be strong for her and just talk to her calmly, and be there just so that they know we're there. That's the best advice I have.
You are really buttery.
So I don't know if that helps or not. Isaiah.
Yes.
One of the questions for you, and I don't have it pulled up, but oh yeah. Does Isaiah get left out because Abby gets more attention than he does?
Here you go.
Does Isaiah's friends know that Abby has special needs? If so, how do they react? This is a long question. Have Isaiah's friends come over and met her? I just don't want Isaiah to be left out of this Q&A.
Thank you very much.
The microphone's right there, just so you don't scream into it.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, my friends know about Abigail. I'm a very talkative person, as most y'all can probably tell from the videos, but you know, I'm very talkative. I like to talk about myself, and a lot of people have seen what my parents do on YouTube and stuff, so most of them know about Abigail.
How do they react?
I mean,
like
yeah, you know, she has autism, and it's just a fact. It's not like, you know, nobody's gonna be like, oh my gosh, we don't want to hang out with Isaiah. His sister's autistic. Like, you know, it's not like that at all. So I think there's like a stigma to it that people are way meaner than they are in every situation. Like, yeah, there's bad people out there, but
hold on, I'm sorry. We had special books by special kids came in and wants to know who's going to win the Super Bowl this year. And my Jaguars are on right now, and I don't know what's happening because I'm a dedicated YouTuber and I'm on here, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Jaguars. So I'm just putting that out there. They're beating the Steelers. That's all that matters.
I thought it was the Saints tonight. Oh, you're talking about
Chris is a Steelers
fan.
fan.
That's right.
Fan.
That's right.
That's all that matters. No, not the Steelers.
Watch tomorrow's vlog, Chris, because there's one of your people, one of your crazy Steelers fans is in it.
Yes.
So no, I definitely don't get left out either. Mom and Dad have always been really good about that. Like, I don't feel left out of things. That, you know, they have respite come whenever I have football games, and you know, go Eagles. You know,
we were just talking about before we got on here. I was like, hey, what time do we have to be there Saturday? Because Crazy Nanny's gonna come and hang out with Abigail. So
I don't know what that is.
like,
Yeah,
somebody
so-
send me go Broncos. Come on, Sarah.
So, you know, like I said, my parents are really good about that. I've never been left out of things just because.
You do. You
Abigail
have like
has
your
autism.
things.
Yeah.
That,
And I like to be by myself a lot. Like,
But it's not even that. Like, I mean, you go on vacations without the
Mhm.
whole family.
Oh yeah.
Like, Abby doesn't get to do that.
Yeah, because I'm with you guys a lot. I'm with Abby a lot, and having that time with my grandparents and stuff by myself is pretty cool as well. So I definitely do. It's not nearly as like
Yeah.
full time, I guess.
Right.
And there was the last part to that question, wasn't there?
Hold on, it was on this one. Can you? Yeah. No,
Was that it?
that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Hold on. Okay.
Thank you, Andrew, for the super chat. Andrew said, "My son is 5 and nonverbal. I know each kid is different, but when did you start having big behavioral issues like this, like the SIB and intense meltdowns?"
Abby was young because that's when we started her on meds because we couldn't help her. So I want to say she was like 5.
Yeah.
When she started the SIB.
Yeah.
Um.
Now, as far as meltdowns and big behaviors, that was really puberty.
Yeah.
That was when it really increased.
Like 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
So.
Why does he sound so trained? Because I've answered this question a lot, honestly. I mean, it's not like a script, but at this point, it pretty much is.
Kinda
I mean,
is. Yeah. I mean, we answered a lot of the same questions during the live chat, and we've had these conversations before in actual videos where we talked about it.
I think a lot of kids, like siblings of autism, especially, I think struggle with that, like feeling left out and stuff.
Right.
So I think that's a question that a lot of people have for me is like,
it's
is
always
that for
been
you?
a priority. It's
Mhm.
always been a priority that we do things for Isaiah. We make sure things happen for him. And to be honest, I mean, guys, we're going to have Abigail living with us as long as we possibly can. Isaiah's gone in 2 years. Like we as parents have to capitalize on, the time that we have with him now because we're losing him.
Yep.
So yeah.
Cheers.
Nikki Holland says,
"Thanks so much for the super chat, Nikki."
Thank you. What is SO?
Shout out.
My shout out?
Hmm?
My shout out?
Significant other.
Oh, my significant other.
Did SFA when he was 10 to 16 said he met y'all. Doesn't know if y'all will remember him, but his name is Ryan. His mom is Jennifer Murphy. I do. And I think, does he have a sister? Maybe that does like gymnastics or something? I think maybe.
Yes, Abby does get a variety of therapies at JSA.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Karen. Karen said that she's proud of us.
Aw, thank you.
Karen. Man, your wall looks awesome.
Thank you.
Like it's a little blown out because it's it's a webcam camera and it's
yes,
you got bright
her
lights.
name is Hannah and she does gym.
Yep, I remember them.
Huh. Small world.
Priscilla knows everybody.
Mom's like, I've seen them on Facebook every single day. She follows everybody on Facebook.
Hello, Canada. What's up, Skylar?
Canada.
When will you take Abby on her first plane ride? We already did. Education Teach. You can watch. If you type in "first plane ride fathering autism" in the search, it'll come up. It's when we went to New York.
Yeah.
Brianna Rowland, thank you so much for the super chat. Isaiah, how will you get Abby ready for you leaving for college? Good question.
I really thought
How will
about
you
that.
get yourself ready for leaving?
How am I gonna get to college?
Let's get him ready for his junior year first.
I don't want to put Isaiah on blast here, but I mean, you were like super sad when summer was leaving. Not just the fact that it was summer, but even like the whole like the environment. Everybody else was sad, and
I'm a sad I'm a community crier for sure. Mom's tearing up. I'm walking away with my glasses on. It's bad.
When
I'm sweating so much.
It's gonna be really hard on him.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a hard time.
What made you decide to start vlogs?
It was just something dumb that I was doing. Like I told Priscilla,
and Mom didn't support it.
We should vlog. And Priscilla's like, that sounds dumb. Like who would care about our daily life? And then I just kept doing it. And a few people said that they loved it, and I'm definitely like a words of affirmation. That's my love language.
Yes.
So a few people said we love it, kind of like Tech Tuesday. People were like, we love Tech Tuesday. All 7 of you. So I'm like, let's make another one.
And yeah.
Thank you so much, Rose.
And then vlogging just kind of came over. Took over the channel really. Thank you for the super chat, Rose. Hi.
Yeah, that's right. I know more than my parents. Somebody said
Thank
that.
you for the
Oh,
super
yeah?
chat.
Isaiah
Delaney
seems to
Dunn.
know more than his parents about stuff. Yeah, I do.
Thank
Really?
you.
I'm well
Oh my
versed.
gosh, guys. Thank you, Delaney Dunn, for the super chat.
Thank you so much, Delaney.
Thank you very much. Angela Hart, thank you for the super chat.
Has Abby always had her own bedroom? When she was first born, we lived in a very small house in North Carolina, and her and Isaiah shared for about 6 months. But other than that, yes, she's always had her own room.
Well, that's cool. Order of Erica, I'm glad that you got to catch us live.
Thank you so much, Becky. Just, hey, fam, you all
Oh, he's
are
an
amazing.
Eagles fan. That's right.
Oh, that's even worse.
I forgot. Sorry. That's right. He's an Eagles fan.
That's right. He is an Eagles fan because I'm
I
a
don't
Redskins
know why I was
fan.
thinking Steelers.
Ah,
Yeah, why is
Yeah.
it like all the people we meet, like we met?
all of my favorite people in the world are Eagles fans.
I know.
That's the worst, man.
Are you keeping up with the super chats?
I am.
You guys are rolling in the super chats.
Thank you, Brianna, so much. When you travel with Abby, how do you get her mentally ready for the challenges of being out of her routine? You know, I think she likes to go so much that it's not as challenging as you would think.
Yeah.
You know, like we have way less meltdowns when we're traveling and when we're doing stuff just because she enjoys being out of the house so much. So it's, you know, the lack of
She's like
routine
her
is better.
Yeah.
She's like Mom. She likes to go all the time.
Good question, Brianna.
Someone wanted to know if we thought that I missed it. If we thought that Abby will ever speak. We have no idea. Like, there's no clue.
We're preparing for the worst. I mean, I am.
The worst.
That's not what I meant. That sounds terrible. You know that, like,
He's always the best with words.
I'm not
glad
good
that
with words.
He's the better spoken one of the two of us.
Right? I'm like,
he knows so much more than his parents. I can't talk, guys. I don't. It doesn't.
No, I know what you were saying. You were saying
we're prepared for her not to talk.
We're just living in the
planning
now.
for the best, preparing for the worst.
Yeah, that's one. Yep.
You know, and that's also still not a good way of saying it, just because it's not the worst. I mean, lots of people don't talk. It's just it just is what it is.
She's cute either way, so we're good. She's got it. Go Steelers. No, Neil. Can't even spell your own teams right.
Okay, this one's too funny. Amanda Fisher, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, my question is too long for the box. See below. Well, the reason why is because the more money you pay, the more words you can type into the box.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So Amanda said, my 9-year-old has been diagnosed with ADHD, but I see certain things in him that I have seen in children on the spectrum, and my doctor refuses to acknowledge it. What should I do? Go to a different doctor. You may have to do what a lot of parents did and go out of network, you know, not use health insurance. A lot of times health insurance isn't accepted anyway for diagnosis, you know, because of the type of doctors. Like those doctors don't accept. So.
This person.
Oh, Susan. I'm going to block you, Susan Cornett.
It's just happening.
Eagles roll, Jags drool. Bo Allen, thank you so much for the super chat. Bo Allen said, may sound silly, but does Abby ever cry? Yes. Like not just the sounds, but actual tears and stuff.
Yeah.
She does cry.
Okay.
It's super sad.
Danny Bertrand said, Scylla, I admire your self-confidence. Do you have advice for me to feel better in my skin and be proud of my body? I'm overweight and I struggle a lot with my image. Back to school time gives me anxiety because of that. Thanks. So maybe you're a student because you said back to school. I mean, I always joke and tell everybody that I can't be skinny because I'm cute and I'm funny. And so then you guys wouldn't like me. I would have no friends if I had all three. So I have to have something that's wrong with me. So if having a little extra chunk is that, then I'll take it. Right?
That was super conceited.
So blatant confidence in every other aspect of your life. That's how you deal with it.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I say that I'm chunky so that I won't get kidnapped as easy, but that's
got to be the worst advice I've ever heard.
That's my personal opinion.
That's not the worst advice. What are you talking about?
I think in all avenues of life, caring less about what people think about you, and that's, I know it's easier said than done. It's hard to do, without a doubt. But just don't give a crap what people think about you.
Yeah.
That's the best way to go about, like, in all situations. Just don't care.
People don't matter nearly as much as you think they do.
No, people do matter. People don't think about you.
I mean, gosh, I'm not well spoken at all.
Just stop. People don't think.
I should not give
People
advice.
don't think about you or consider you as much as you think they do. We all walk around every day, and I suffered it really bad when I was a kid. And I've told Isaiah this before because we're the same person. As a kid, I really, I thought that everybody was judging me all the time. And then I got to the point as an adult where I realized people don't care about you, Asa. They do not care. You walk into a room and they don't notice you. And that's usually true. I mean,
and I told my ladies on my beauty channel yesterday that the top 10, I had top 10 beauty secrets, and the number 10 is that smile, because that makes you more beautiful than anything. So I don't care what you look like. Are you nice? And do you have cake sometimes? That might be. Just kidding.
Bella says she's really, 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 really missing Triple P. It's coming back soon.
It is. Once the kids go back to school.
I think Mom has become more confident with YouTube, though. Because, I mean, think about your pajama thing.
Yeah.
You had no pajamas before. Everybody's going to hate me because I wear pajamas sometimes. And now you're like, yeah, dude, I'll wear whatever.
I mean, you've gone, half the vlogs over recent times have been without makeup. You used to be don't start recording, I have to put lipstick on first. So,
I mean, it's boosted your confidence having 100,000 people judging you.
So I do skincare now.
So there's the answer. Just start vlogging.
Or start selling makeup. You want to join my team? No.
Cassie, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, Isaiah, thanks for guest speaking at P2P. You did a kick butt job.
Aw.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Tina Marie McNally said, I wanted to add money to super chat. Can't help. Well, thank you for the super chat, Tina Marie. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Oh, wait a second.
She wants to add it.
I wanted to add money to super chat, but can't help.
Oh.
If you're asking for help, I believe there's a slider that you slide.
Is that how?
I think so. If you're on your phone, I think you slide. I have super chat.
I'm getting ready to super chat us ourselves.
No,
okay.
Don't do
Cancel.
that. That's not what I'm talking about.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think there's a slider.
Abby is probably downstairs.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
What do you mean probably? Of course she's downstairs.
Well, she could be in a room.
We're upstairs.
I know some people are like, "Oh, Abby's downstairs. Aren't you worried?" But we're not, because we have everything locked, and we have our house is Abby proof.
And there's really only so much she can destroy. I mean, seriously.
When she gets into food, she only gets into certain foods that she knows.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be the big deal.
Kylie Abdow asked, "What is your plan for Abby, and how will she become more independent?" And it's funny that she brings this question up, and you wouldn't know this because we haven't talked about it yet. But I'm actually on a couple of pages, like sensory processing disorder pages and autism pages and stuff like that. And people are talking about ABA and how it's terrible for kids with autism. So of course I chimed in because I'm an ABA advocate, I feel like. And I told them, I just started with, hey, why don't you check out videos on fathering autism, and you can actually see that our ABA that we do is amazing and our daughter's making progress. So of course they're like, nope, no thanks. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. You don't have to watch it. But what was the question?
Well, the thing about ignorance is ignorance often likes to stay ignorant.
Yeah. They're not even giving it a chance. They just know what they know, and that's all they want. And so you can't talk to those people. But I'm trying to help a fellow parent who just recently had a child diagnosed. The doctors are like, hey, they need ABA. And she goes to the site and she's like, hey, what does everybody think about ABA? Well, I wouldn't be doing that. So if I would give you advice, if you just got a diagnosis, don't do stuff like that. Don't go to these massive Facebook pages and put comments like that. I would ask people that you know personally, or I don't know. I just wouldn't do that because...
Well, the loudest people are always the most opinionated, craziest people.
And they're rude about it. They don't even come by with it in an educated and nice way.
I mean, if you guys go on YouNow, you'll see like there's like 20 people commenting and like 120 lurkers just hanging in the background. The 20 people commenting are always the craziest people.
Shout out to you, Matthew.
What's up, Matthew?
girl,
Brianna said,
Shannon.
how do you deal with people giving you unsolicited advice on how to raise Abby, especially if it goes against what you believe you should be doing?
I just ignore it.
Just take it with a grain of
And the
salt.
reason we ignore it is because we get so much of it. I think, if there were less of it back in the day, we would reply to comments with unsolicited advice that are against what we're doing. We would respond to it with reasons why, or try to explain why we do what we do, but now it's just so often that we honestly ignore a lot of it because, like I said, people like to share their opinions and they typically don't want you to try to sway their opinion. Tina Marie, yep, bingo. God, you got it.
What?
Thank you for the super chat about how to adjust super chat. What does Isaiah want to study in college? Said Amber Alexander. Thank you, Amber, for the super chat.
Psychology. I'm going to be an ABA therapist.
Yep.
To that other viewer before, those who matter don't mind, those who mind don't matter. Also, why is Priscilla's laughter so contagious? She has one of those laughs. We were at Chick-fil-A and the girl was talking about, oh, I love people who have contagious laughs. And I was thinking to myself, you would love my wife.
That's so funny.
She has...
I know what the question was. I'm sorry, I forgot. They said, what is your goal for independence, or how are you working on that? And so, that's why we do ABA therapy. That's where I got off the rails. Whew. That's why we do ABA therapy, so that she can become more independent. Our goal is that she always lives with us for as long as she can, but we do want her to live like in a house, like have like an in-law suite behind our house. That's our goal. But we want her to be independent.
Right.
Someone asked about like what TSA Cares is and like how to set it up. Would that be like isn't that an airport to airport thing?
No, you can actually call. You can call TSA Cares.
If you Google TSA Cares, they have all the instructions right there for you.
Mm-hmm. Zach Nielsen, thank you so much for the super chat, man. We appreciate that. Said, love you guys so much. Can't thank you enough. Because of you guys, I started working with autistic students at my college, and I love every minute of it. That's amazing. That's the kind of thing
we love to hear.
That's the stuff that keeps me up till 3 a.m. editing videos, just knowing that it's making that big of an impact. Because it made an impact on you, and now you're making impact on other people's lives. That's amazing. Cassie said, I can't vlog with my 3 kids. Thank you for the super chat, Cassie. That's what they make GoPros and chest mounts for, Cassie. Just strap it on and get vlogging. Oh, man, I can't say that name. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know what that says. I wish I could meet you guys. I live in California. Me and my guide dog, Pepper, love watching you guys, and Pepper gets excited when she sees Abby. Oh. P.S. I know my name is in Korean, but it translates to Akani. Oh, cool. Or Akani or Akani, something like that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Teresa Dooley. Thank you, Megan Wolf. Megan said, through watching your vlogs, I picked up some tips that helped me get the courage to take a summer job working with students with disabilities and realize how much I love it. Wow. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
That's cool.
Diana gave me $2 to stop calling them lurkers.
Okay. Stop calling them lurkers.
She did say I couldn't call them lurkers.
She did not put an emoji on the end of that, so she may not have been joking.
It might be serious.
Yes.
Andrew Human said, one more. Are you guys still having issues with finding a church? I want to go into ministry and wanted to make sure serving special needs families is key. We finally got one-on-one for Jackson. Congratulations. Getting a one-on-one, that's awesome. We know how much of a struggle that can be. We haven't pursued that.
Yeah.
Really since the vlog that we talked about, going to church. Isaiah's a lost cause. He's a heathen. I don't even know at this point.
I just need
Emily's
Jesus.
Proud to be a lurker. Hashtag lurkers, guys.
Yeah. Hashtag lurkers in the chat. Let's see it come through.
Emily Small says, thank you for showing us what autism looks like in real life. Well, thank you for watching.
How's Maverick doing with learning how to fetch?
He's not
Terrible.
doing good. He's not a good student, guys.
He doesn't know how to dog.
So there's a couple YouTube channels that are really good at showing you how to train your dog. and I really need to watch YouTube on how to train your dog to fetch, because it is a little more difficult than other things.
Our school
Cassie
symbol.
said when Corbin starts school, I'm getting my certification to be at special ed para. That way I still help and can be off when they are. That's awesome. That's a great idea. And Scylla, she want to know if you want to do lunch soon.
Yes. Message me on Facebook and we'll set up a date.
She'll buy since you sent super chats.
There you
Angela, my school symbol is the same as the Philadelphia Eagles symbol, but it's blue and gold is
Look-
our colors.
Look at all them hashtag lurkers. Oh, gummy bears and hashtag chatter.
Why lurk?
Grace Perez says, what's the best part about being an autism parent? I would say, well, Abby can't talk back. So there's
That's
that.
so terrible.
I mean, we're being real. This is real life, Isaiah. We don't.
It's also the worst part of it.
No, I love that she can't talk back. You do enough for both of you.
The best part about being an autism parent?
I have a few things.
That hurts my feelings.
She still holds our hand in public. That just warms my heart.
Emily said touchdown Jaguars. Can't believe you're not watching the game.
Oh my gosh. You guys, can somebody turn the game on? Like, we need a TV in here.
Oh my gosh. This computer screen is a TV.
Does New Orleans have a touchdown or just the Jaguars? Can somebody get me a score update, please?
We need
Listen-
stats in the chat right
Listen
now.
here, Gummy Bear. I'm not the one who gave you your username there, Hanoof. Meredith Christine, there's my cousin, said, hey, cousins. Was wondering if you would watch my vids on here if I put up some of me singing. I'm too shy and need motivation. Love you. Absolutely. We will absolutely watch your videos.
Yeah.
We watch all of our family's videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Send me a link so I can check it out.
Somebody said no vlog today, just the live feed. Correct.
I was wondering about that.
We've had a rough couple days.
Do you call each other by your names in real life or only for YouTube? What?
Yes, this is Priscilla
What do
and
you mean?
Asa, my father. What is that? Oh, I am so sorry.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? Do we call each other?
Like, do you call them Sweetums off camera or something? Maybe is that you mean
I
like
call
do
him
they do nicknames
Ace or Asa.
like pet names?
We're fake guys. You caught us. My name is Jim. This is a false wall. This is just a TV set.
If you turn the
It
camera
was
up, there's
all a
just
big
lights.
game. It was all a big game.
It's like Full House in here. It's crazy.
Wouldn't that be wild?
Oh my
be
gosh,
trippy,
that'd be the
wouldn't it?
coolest.
Talk about heartbreaking though. Like
Get to 10 million subs
like,
and then reveal that your whole
absolutely
family's a
mind
fake.
blown, right?
We've
That would be
actually-
wild.
Meetups all around the
like
country.
like the Truman Show, but backwards.
Oh my gosh.
That would-
Redskins 17, Pats 0. Jags are winning.
Redskins 17,
Love the
Pats
Truman
0.
Show.
Yeah.
That's what happens when we play their second string.
10 to 20 Jags.
Jags.
Are you
I got
keeping
it.
up?
Yep. I'm reading.
Watching all these. His iPad's so quick.
Brianna Rowland said, "How much money do we super chat get the Moss for a day? How much money from super chat to get to be a Moss for a day? You know, if you run into us like out in public somewhere, you can just hang out with us all day, and
We got an extra seat in the
we'll
car.
make
We
you
don't
an-
have any
we'll
AC.
Make you an honorary Moss.
Yep. And Summer will tell you, for that lady who said we don't work, Summer was packaging orders with me at 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, at least you can see that we really do work. She's like, girl, I know y'all work. Like, we work all the time.
That's funny.
We started the live stream at 8:00. When we get off of here, we'll go on YouNow. When we get off of YouNow, so like 10:30, 11ish, then I'll start editing.
And I was on Lipstick Mama at 7.
Priscilla was on Lipstick Mama at 7. We'll have to do orders first thing tomorrow morning so that we can get those out. If we don't get them done tonight, if we get them, if we work on them tonight before I start editing, that pushes my editing back. So it's like 4:00 in the morning when I get done with that. So
I'm gonna go check on her.
way different
Thank
hours.
you. Okay. You take the hot seat with
Okay.
me.
Just clapping, banging on stuff. How has the transition of full-time YouTubers affected y'all's family dynamics? It hasn't so much because you guys, I mean, if you remember, I was a business owner, and I had employees, so it wasn't like I was 9 to 5 at the shop every day. Not every day. A lot of days I was, but not every day. So, I had that flexibility before. So it hasn't affected it as much. I think the biggest thing, oh, I know what it's affected. You get up and get Abby ready a lot of mornings,
Mm-hmm.
where it used to be me. Because we'd both be getting up at the same time, but I would get Abby ready while you got ready,
Mm-hmm.
and then you guys would be going out the door.
Which it'll happen
and
like
then,
that once school starts back, I think. Because I'll have to get ready to take her.
Not as much though, because I can take her.
True.
So,
'Cause we
so
talked
it's
about, like,
so
me
that
going-
that's a major dynamic as far as because Priscilla has taken over a lot of Abby's caregiving in the mornings because she's letting me sleep because I'm up till the morning. And the reason why my dad was talking to me about it, like, why don't you edit during the day? Well, because I'm shooting during the day. If I'm editing during the day, like, that's really hard because I'm like sitting at home, like, editing, and then I'm not living.
And you just don't want to do. I mean, the whole point is to be with the family more too.
Right, exactly, because
So,
we're a family vlog,
yeah.
and that's so that defeats the purpose of what we do for sure. Joni, holy cow, Joni, thank you so much for the super chat. That's amazing. You guys are my favorite people and part of my every night routine. Thank you for making me smile every day. Oh, thanks so much. That means an absolute ton. And I'm sorry, guys, that I couldn't get the vlog up yesterday. It was more of personal issues, really, dealing with other crap and just, yesterday was tough. Yesterday was really tough. It started with not having air conditioning, and then car issues and additional car issues, not just air conditioning. And then Abigail had some serious issues, and it was just like, it was one thing after another. So I let that get in the way of everything else, and I was in a bad mood. So we can see you, Ruth. And hello.
Kathy Taylor says, hello from Texas. How does Abby's school handle her teachers? Does she have the same teachers? So the way her school is set up, it's a clinical side and a classroom side. So they have, Abby has 2 days of therapy with ABA for half a day. And then the rest of the time she's in a classroom, but it's not a typical classroom. It's prepping lunches. It's learning how to make a bed, learning how to make bath bombs. They're doing pre-vocational skills because once she hits high school age, which is next year, this is considered her 8th grade year. Then she will go into the vocational class. So, and she'll get to go out in the community and stuff. Okay, I have to address this. PJ McGovern. Priscilla looks sad a lot. Are you okay? And I have to, like, I'm happy. I've had a few people that have commented that, and it like bothers me because I'm such a happy person. Like,
do you need a hug?
Shut up. Like, I'm such a happy person. I don't, if you're not a mom, or if you are, like, this is a stressful time of year. Your kids are home all day with you. Now I have my loving husband home all day with me.
That's not sarcastic.
No, I'm just saying, like, our family is together all the time. Like, all the time. And there's a lot going on. We've traveled a ton. We need school to be back in session so that we have a routine. And, like, there's stressful things happening. Like, I have no car. I'm chunky and it's hot. Like, I might not look as happy, but I'm super happy. Like, I'm so happy. It bothers me.
Today, like, she was smiling, and yesterday neither one of us were. Yesterday sucked.
Yeah.
Today she was smiling, and it,
like, Abby was
guys, like, she's always smiling. Like, you got to give her like a little bit of slack, because
I told Ace, like, stop putting clips that I look angry or something. Like,
she's okay. It all started. You were like this, Because you were working. You were answering questions on Facebook about makeup.
And that's what,
And
when
that's
you
when it
see,
started.
they're like, oh, she seems distracted.
She's really not. Like,
But
in
I'm
a bad way.
not. Like, I'm working. I work a ton.
We're just dealing with a lot of crap right now.
Well, in my lipstick mama stuff, like, I work a lot on that. And so I'm constantly on my phone, like, you know, answering questions for people. But
Yeah.
I'm happy. I am freaking happy.
Are you trying to teach her to talk still? I mean, we're not like teaching her to talk. That's not a thing. Like, she has to learn how to use her mouth first in order to form sounds. Like, we're so far in the other direction right now, trying to get it figured out. So, Hanoof. Megan Wolf, thank you so much for the super chat. Said, I keep thinking about doing some videos of myself playing my instrument. Would anyone watch? And does anyone have any suggestions for music they want to hear? If you can play anything with a beat, Abby will watch it. I guarantee it. Abigail loves her some music. Yeah, and yeah, you're right, Hanoof. I mean, it's, you know, we do accept that she's nonverbal. It's not that we're settling with her being nonverbal. It's not like it's a forever thing. Will she ever get to the point where she's using like forming words in order to effectively communicate? There's a high probability that she won't. That doesn't mean we've given up on anything or thrown in the towel or anything like that. I mean, we work towards everything every day.
Jillian, our PO box is under the in the description of all of our videos.
How do I get them to answer my question? Don't you hate that when I see the wrong thing? Like,
Priscilla,
what's up,
you're
Jace?
always beautiful. I miss the light blonde hair. Do you think you'll ever go back? I will not. Just because I had it for so long, like high school until, a year ago. But it was so hard to take care of. So, no, I will not. It's too expensive. But I'm like one of those people, I don't want my roots to show. And it's not good to color your hair that much. So this is like my natural color with blonde highlights. So this is what I will have.
So Jace asked, how do you talk to your daughter? So we talk to Abigail based on her cognitive level or what we know she understands, you know, and we know what she understands based on her responses. So it's not like we're assuming what she understands. You know, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt every time.
Mhm.
Abigail, get your backpack. She'll bend over, pick up her shoes, and then she'll look at you like no, your backpack. And then we repeat it and we try to get, you know, so it helps her understand the words better. Sorry, I was reading a comment that was blocked. You know, so we communicate according to her needs, if that makes sense. I don't know a better way to put it. You know, we don't want to talk to at a lower level than where she's at. And again, we don't want to just assume that because she's 13 that she must know she's just trapped inside her body or something like that, because that may not be the case either. I mean, it's not the case.
Right.
So, yes, I don't know what you were responding to. It's Joy's World, but everybody should check out the Ugly Sweater Christmas party.
Somebody
video.
asked if I work at Pizza Hut. I do not. I'm not sure where that question came from. Let's get them on Ellen. Yeah, we do. We talk to her like she's a teenager.
Mm-hmm. I use sarcasm with her just like I do everybody else.
Aw, Melanie.
Thank you so much, Melanie.
Aw.
Melanie's special. She's a special friend. Abby giggled. Do you get anxious with Abby's behavior?
Thank you for the
super chat.
Oh my gosh, I'm like peeling so bad. It's like just falling off of my face right now.
That's gross. Do you get anxious with Abby's behavior?
It depends.
Yes.
So yesterday she was not feeling good. We're not going to go into details. She was just not feeling good. And she was in the bathtub. And then she went in the shower. So I think Asa was a little anxious then. Don't you think?
Yeah, I was freaking out.
Yeah. It just depends. It depends on the day. It depends on what mood we're in. It depends on the behavior. Like some days I'm like, oh, she started to pull up. Okay, whatever.
Poor thing.
whatevs.
Poor thing.
But then other days I'm like kid.
Oh, thank you, Candace.
Like kid. So it just depends. I don't know.
What is gagging? So Abigail does a self-stimulatory behavior. She actually gags. She sticks her hands in her fingers in her throat and makes herself gag. She enjoys the sensation of it. She's been doing it for years and years and years. She used to just do it at random. Now it's more around like after she eats. I think when she's eating, it's stimulating that same sensation in her throat.
Mhm.
So she's tries to gag herself. She just likes how it feels. It's been an ongoing thing for years. It's a reoccurring stimulatory behavior, just like all of her stims are.
Okay, it's been an hour and
Candace
5
said, "No
minutes.
question." Here's a little support.
Aw, thank you,
Thank you,
Candace.
Candace, so much. Okay, guys, I feel like we added. It is super concerning. Yeah, I mean, it's been as far as medically speaking, we have everything checked out, and it's just a stim, so we have to block her from doing it. We can't allow her to do it because, of course, that can damage things. So, yes, so that is what the gagging is.
Thank
There
you,
are a
Brooke.
couple videos on it that you can watch to kind of get an idea of what we're talking about, and then how we block it with her special sweatshirt with her tube. So
Do I remember which queer eye complimented my dress at the Shorties?
the blonde guy, right?
Yeah, it's a blonde one.
Short blonde hair.
He is the actual like designer, like he's the
he's
clothes guy.
He's the head dude.
Yeah. I mean, it was legit. I've arrived.
They run like you think they would, right? So
gosh.
they run, they ooze like fashion when they run. So he's running down the hallway. He's running down the hallway and he goes and like slides to a stop. Just talk to her. So one more time. It's like this. Love that dress. Then he takes off again. Like a cartoon run.
It's like that dress is fabulous.
Like
that's what he said.
Yeah, the dress is fabulous. Like a cartoon run where they're like,
there you are. Hi. Can you say hi?
It was amazing. It made Priscilla's day.
It did. I was like, I don't care who else talks to me.
Okay, fam, we're out. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It was a great Q&A. I think we covered a lot of ground. Lots of new questions.
We are going to go on YouNow, but you have to give us a little bit of time.
Yep. I gotta put some food in my belly here.
Yeah, we haven't even eaten.
The kids have popcorn for dinner,
So
we're gonna get something to eat and we'll jump on YouNow. We'll see you guys over there, to you lurkers and talkers. And if you haven't checked us out on YouNow, come check us out. You might have a good time. Yeah. It's a little less.
There's only like 130.
It's a little more casual over there. I don't know how you can get more casual than this, but it's a little more casual. But it's a lot of fun. You guys come check it out. And okay, so it was blocking you guys' comments.
Thank you for all of our what are those people called?
The lurkers?
No.
Oh,
our people.
The
administrators. Those people.
The helpers. I can't remember what they're called.
Thank you, helpers.
Yeah, thank you guys for helping out, and you guys can like block
moderators.
Moderators, thank you. You guys can block the haters and the trolls and stuff like that. So I appreciate you.
That.
Makes our job a lot easier. We can just concentrate on answering questions. All right, guys. We will see you guys next time. And again, thank you so much. It was so much fun. We need to do this more often. We seriously haven't done this enough. Tons of fun. Okay. Yeah. See you, the rest of you, in like 30 minutes.
Bye.
Bye, guys. See you later. Yes, I'm sure I want to end the live stream.